tonight. Specifically about the ending to the movie. So if my debaters can come to the stage, please. We are going to debate a topic which I think we've all given a lot of thought to, which is this: resolved that Shredder would make a better husband to April O'Neil than Splinter would. Our two debaters tonight are Casey James Salingo, who you can follow on Twitter at caseyjsalingo.com. He has got a PhD from Northwestern University in Matters of the Heart, and Freddie Heineman at Freddie Comedy and FreddieComedy.com, who is the author of Chicken Soup for the Turtle Soul. Without further ado, our pro-contention speaker, please. You have 2 minutes to make your case on my signal, which will come momentarily. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Begin.
Thank you for having me, esteemed colleagues. The matter at hand today is the fate of the love life of one Miss April O'Neil. A woman we would describe as sassy, independent, a real spitfire. She's had her own tumultuous history with relationships. Casey Jones, we all remember, the masked man, the hockey stick. But today, I think she should move on to a new masked man, and that man is Shredder. And here's why. Now let's see. The options here are Shredder versus Splinter. Let's break down why Shredder is clearly the premium choice here. Alright, so Shredder is an alpha male, a bad boy, if you will, which we can all agree April needs at this point in her life. She's a very independent woman. She's on the job. She's reporting the news. She's doing the things in the streets. She's wearing a pantsuit. She's having a great time. So Shredder is that man that she needs. Splinter is a passive, weak little rat. Alright? That's all I'm going to say about that. Is my 2 minutes up? Because I blow my points. Here we go.
About 40 seconds.
Shredder is a homeowner. He owns a space-age mobile space station called the Technodrome. It has 17 bathrooms. Splinter lives in an abandoned sewer, which has no bathrooms because it is a bathroom. Shredder is a successful businessman. He employs thousands of out-of-work foot soldiers in the community. He's really active. Splinter lives in an abandoned sewer. And he wears a robe all day. And he has tape shoes. Closing. All right, that's my time.
Thank you very much. This is the time for cross-examination. Please ask your opponent questions. You have 1 minute.
All right, I just have a couple questions to start off with. First of all, I'd like to, if I could defend Splinter. He is very eco-friendly, living in his sewer, so he's very concerned about the environment. You say that Shredder is a good businessman. When has he ever been successful in anything that he's actually done? Has he ever taken over the world or destroyed anything, really? As well, how is he going to take care of her? He can't take care of his own foot soldiers. They're always getting their ass kicked by Splinter and my boys, the Turtles.
Casey, if you would respond.
To these 2 questions. All right, so has he ever been successful? My friend, did you not hear about the goddamn Technodrome? It is a multi-billion-dollar mobile station that is underground. He runs a 1,000-man company. All right, it's a Fortune 500 company, if I've ever seen one. He knows what the fuck he's doing. I'm sorry for my coarse language. Is this okay? Is this allowed? Okay. I'm just very passionate. You say he can't take care of a foot soldier. Those foot soldiers take care of themselves. He sends them out to take care of his business.
That's the end of the question period.
That's time.
Thank you very much. Now you have 3 minutes to state your case.
All right, fantastic. I just want to start off by saying that I think Splinter would be the better partner, obviously. Look at what Shredder's doing emotionally. He's very cold. He's very cold-hearted. He beats people up. He just knocks his foot soldiers over. You can tell there's going to be a lot of turbulence in that relationship. Not to mention, how are you going to have a sexual relationship with a guy that doesn't take off gigantic metal blades? And you know with his ego, he's never going to take it off. That being said, he is a fantastic ninja, probably one of the best in the entire world, but he has an evil mind. So you know he's going to be cheating, and he's never going to be caught. Kind of fucked up. Yeah. However, if you look at Splinter, he's a loyal guy. He's caring. He He knows a little bit about human relationships. When he was talking to April about Casey, he knows no depths emotionally. He took care of mutant turtles. I don't know what I would do if I found mutant turtles in my house. Probably not raise them as little server guys. You gotta look at his Shredder's relationship with his parents. Remember, he had his mom take part in evil with him, and then he banished her back to a retirement home because she was kind of a bitch. However, if you look at Splinter, he takes care of his master, Yoshi. He reveres him. He thinks about all the traditions and things that he's done. You know, and April can't be with a guy that doesn't have a good relationship with his own parents or his mother. You need that respect. You know what I mean? If you're talking about good parenting, because you gotta think of the turtles kind of like their kids, Splinter's probably the best there is. He's nice, he's kind, he's adorable. He does have a beard. Some girls don't like beard. Maybe April liked beards. I don't know. She did like Casey. He had very long hair. This is true. Shredder, obviously not a good dad. His foot soldiers keep dying constantly. Not to mention, I don't think he's going to be into April that much. He hangs out with tightly clad dudes and gigantic anthropomorphic animals. Kind of weird. But you got a common interests too. You know what I mean? Back to one episode, if I remember correctly, in the Flash Forward series, Splinter was watching soap operas. They could hang out together, watch soap operas, bond over things like that. I don't think Shredder and her really had that much interest, considering he's the embodiment of total fucking evil. And not to mention, with the Flash Forward series, if you look at it, there's interspecies relationships later on in time. So even though the relationship between a gigantic rat and a woman may not be accepted now, it eventually is going to be accepted. A relationship with a huge ninja from, like, I don't know, the 1500s is probably not going to work out. You know? That's all.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Now, 1 minute questioning period.
1 minute. First of all, sorry, I do not appreciate the borderline homophobic intimations of Shredder's relationship with his foot soldiers. It's purely business, sir. Second of all, you spoke of the sexual relationship that April would have with Shredder. We do not know the penis hole situation of his armor suit. And Splinter is a rat, so that just immediately... You can't have sex with a rat. You can't have sex with a rat. I'm sorry.
You could respond.
I'll respond to that. I'm just saying there are other parts of the relationship besides sex. Obviously, you supporting Shredder, you guys are very shallow, is all you guys think about. How is he going to hug her? How's he going to hold her at night, keep her warm? He'll cut her face up. It'll be terrible. It's not going to be fun. And whether or not you can have sex with a rat, that's debatable, 100%. He is a giant rat. He probably has some sort of furry genitalia. But there are other things that can be done. There are other things that can be done, I'd argue. I'm not going to get graphic.
And that's our time. Casey, you have 1 minute for your rebuttal.
Rebuttal? Is this a closing statement or is this a rebuttal?
This is a rebuttal. There will be a closing statement.
Okay. My rebuttal to what you're saying, you say sex is not the most important part of a relationship. If you have ever been in a sexual relationship in your life, sir, you know it is a very
Don't
important
bring me to
part.
this. Don't bring me to this.
Listen. You brought it to this level.
Don't bring me to this.
You also spoke of how he takes care of these turtle children, who at this point are probably 35, 40 years old, and he still gives all his time to these turtles. When is he going to have time for April? He takes care of these kids. He loves these kids too much. Also, you're still a homophobe, so continue.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Now you have 1 minute for your closing remarks and final appeal to the audience.
I would like to say that first off, I'm obviously not a homophobe. I'm just saying I don't think Shredder would be interested. I mean, I don't disapprove of the relationship between Rocksteady and Bebop. They seem very healthy in their relationship. And secondly, I don't think there's such a thing as loving your kids too much. I feel like April is already invested in the relationship with the turtles. She already has that bond. She'd be like a mother figure to them, and I feel like she'd be a great addition to the family. You know what I mean? They could raise them together. And I feel like there's just no way that she would fall for such a dude like Shredder, considering that all he wants to do is hurt, harm, or potential children. Just saying, you gotta go with a more compassionate, loving, caring, kind, elderly, wise soul. Splinter, although he may be a rat, I think she'll dig the hair. Just saying.
My final words. Friends, is a woman's life we're talking about. All right? I'm sure we want to talk about compassion. We want to talk about love. We want to talk about a giant rat. He has tape shoes. Did I say that all right? He has tape for shoes. That's great. All right? That's all fun. But when you are talking about a partner for a lifetime, you need someone who's going to be there for you sexually, emotionally, financially. And that man is clearly Master Shrek. Thank you.
Excellent. Now, audience, the choice is in your hands. This will be decided by the formal process of applause. So, can I hear who is voting for the victory of Splinter over Shredder?
Yeah!
Very interesting, honestly, not a very powerful show. And for Shredder over Splinter. Alright, I'm afraid, gentlemen, that I have to give this one to Shredder. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And if you'll stay up here for a moment, I will distribute the awards. This is the golden turtle
Oh,
that is being awarded for wisdom, and this is the cookie of shame. And the
Delicious shame.
Thank you, gentlemen, for joining both of us. Casey Salingo and Freddie Heineman. Thanks, everybody.